Hey everyone, Mario here. Today I wanted to discuss balancing out your family life with muscle building. So, how do you do that when you have young children in the house, possibly many siblings, a parent that doesn't understand your obsession with muscle building? These individuals that you love so dearly can actually make things very challenging for you. So, if you want to build more muscle and still have some sort of balance, you have to keep one thing in mind, that it really is about balance. It's not about doing things the ideal way, because sometimes you just can't. If you're looking at things at a whole, even you yourself might have more than one hobby, like more than just building muscle. You might want to learn how to code while you're working a job. You might want to begin teaching a course while you're studying, or while you're very involved in a sort of career. Whatever it may be. I mean, some people just like doing many things, whether it's because you've got ADD, or you just are a person that can sort of cope with all of these things, and it kind of creates a sort of fun environment for you to live in. You yourself might have many things you want to do, so it becomes very challenging, even with you yourself calling all the shots and not maybe having those outside influences. It could be very difficult if you don't have balance and accept balance. So one of the ways you can do this when it comes to nutrition, particularly for individuals that have young children in the house, if you're like me, you're maybe frugal. And if you're frugal, when they don't eat something, you don't want to throw it out. And your spouse, for example, might not want you to have all these leftovers in the fridge. They might not want to leave them there. So if instead of throwing things out, if it's too difficult for you to do this, like I said, in my case, it's just something I grew up with. I can't throw something out that's perfectly fine, like a steak or something like that. I would have to eat it. So, but you don't want to, overeat either. You don't want to get overly fat, even if your goal is to gain muscle mass and not so much worry about the fat. You still need to somewhat be conscious of your levels of fat. So if you overeat in terms of starchy carbs or very fatty foods, then it could create a problem in terms of your health. It could create a problem in terms of even your results. It could create a bad mood within yourself. So what I would suggest is basically still eat those meals, because it's too difficult for you not to. Eat your kids' meals, whatever they leave at the table. Usually it's just one meal, so supper. Occasionally it might be breakfast as well, so whether it's a little bit of oatmeal, cereal, a toast, etc., have that. But when you do prepare your own meals for during the day when nobody else is around, so it could be lunch, maybe breakfast and lunch, maybe it's even those in-between meals, then I would say just avoid the carbs altogether. And not necessarily carbs, but starchy carbs. So the second tip is with regards to training. Your workouts don't have to be 3 hours long. Cut those workouts by half, cut them by 20-30%. Whatever you can do, it helps free up time, and that allows you more time with your family. It allows you more time to do other things. So that's another way of achieving some balance. And keep in mind that if you train at home, you can have a meal right directly after your workout, which is fantastic for building muscle. It allows you to maybe have a little bit more time afterwards to go for a walk outside with the family. Those are just examples, and help you kind of help keep you lean, especially in the evenings. It frees up a little bit of time where you could just kind of go out for a walk, go do something with the kids afterwards, and just enjoy life as much as possible. So aside from that, there's not much I could say. It's really training, weight training, I would say, more than anything, and nutrition. Those are the things that take a lot of time out of your schedule and can create a sort of a nuisance, or appeared, something that appears to be a nuisance in your overall, in this overall endeavor of building muscle. So if you want to just, not freak out over things and still have a lifestyle that allows you to not get into too many conflicts with parents and siblings and friends and family members and other family members and also colleagues, etc., etc. It's okay if you're not training for a competition, if you're not in that last 3-4 months of basically cutting up and leaning down phase, there's no real reason why you yourself can't even enjoy certain foods and do things that maybe in some regard are detrimental if you're able to balance things out in other areas. So the key word really is balance once again, and that it's a quick video, but I hope this helps. I think a lot of people have trouble accepting their situation, and that's the first thing you need to do is accept that if you want to be part of this crazy family, everybody's family is kind of crazy, and everybody that has children knows that things can get nuts at times, but that doesn't mean you can't achieve your goals. It just means that you might have to be a little bit more strict in other areas or during times when you're not with them. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video. If you ever want to get in touch, my site is web.org, and you could get in touch through web.org/contact. All right, thanks. Ciao.